All right, welcome Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andy O'Hare alongside Kenny Barnhart, Gavin, Greer, and the Hall of Famer Orion Limler as we're live here from the Trojan Trench. First home game of this basketball season as the Argos Dragons come here tonight on Military Appreciation Night. Argos comes in with a 2-0 record with home wins against Casson and Bethany Christian. And for our Blue Swish, they come in fresh off a victory against the Manchester Squires after an opening impressive loss against John Glenn. There's a lot to really appreciate about this team. There's a lot of pieces and things to build on, and just need to keep shooting and build that confidence. Got to find that outside shot. According to John Harrell, Triton is the heavy favorite here tonight as they open up here at home, predicting 48-24 according to John Harrell. So they're expecting a big offensive outburst against this Argos team. So the Triton continues to build on a couple games from earlier this season. They should be very successful here on Military Appreciation Night. Gavin, the other night, who was our leading scorers that we kind of had in that ball game?
Lexia Hostrawser had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and that says 1 assist. Second leading scorer was Whytnie Miller with 6 points. Then third leading scorer was Kinsey Atkins with 5.
And right there, Kinsey Atkins, the freshman, really coming on as of late. She was the leading scorer in that opening game with 9 points. Yep. A lot of that coming from the free throw line. If she can control her turnovers here tonight, we got to find that outside shooter, and she's definitely one who can shoot from the outside with this different style of fast-paced offense where they kind of try to use those fast breaks to score on those points. They're going to have to. Kinsey's going to be a big part of that with her speed and her quickness on the court, and her decision-making is going to have to be on point. Taren Yates is another one with that comes on the fast break. Very good defender, very active hands. If she can get herself set up as far as setting up the offense on the fast break, she'll be a key opponent there too. But Hostrawser and of course the Swiss Army knife of Whytnie Miller is going to be huge for this Blue Switch team. And it's good they got Alyxa Viers back in this ball game here at home. So having her back and Abbey being out there too, definitely presence down the post. Madeline Doll's kind of starting to come in her own, and Jaelyn Bules is another one to keep an eye on. She really works well off the glass, so that's going to be a big thing. And Triton, as we saw in the last 2 ball games, has out-rebounded John Glenn and North Manchester. So between these two teams, they got a lot to work on, and I think tonight they could have a pretty successful night. For you, Gavin, what kind of things, if you're out there, I mean, you work with the boys, so you kind of see some of what the girls doing. What kind of things, what would you like to see from everybody stepping up tonight?
They have to work on their outside scoring. Last game they didn't have a single three-pointer made. I'd focus on trying to take more shots out there. They've done well at shooting mid-range so far this year and inside. Keep working at getting to the line. They've done really well. Not sure exact stats for that, but they've all shot pretty well from what I saw. And they just have to keep working on rebounds, too. They've been doing good. As you said, they rebounded Glenn and Manchester.
And with those second chance points when it comes coming off the glass, you really want to try those putback shots. I mean, a lot of their stuff is coming off the offensive glass. I mean, if you're down there trying to get the shot put back up, that's where Lexia Hostrawser is very talented. And Alyxa Viers is another one to keep an eye on as far as working down on the glass. We got Kenny back. He's not a ghost. I actually called it right this time. At least you're here this time.
I'm here this time. Most of all these games, I've been involved with text message. I always get a text message 10 to 15 minutes ahead of the game. Hey, we've got this issue, got this issue. So I'm usually always listening and remote troubleshooting.
Well, at least you're troubleshooting in person. At least we're not trying to send pictures and video chat. Okay, here's what's going on. So hopefully everything's kind of going to work well here tonight on Military Night. Of course, the girls have some new uniforms for this evening. Yeah, they're easy to read.
Easy to read. Yep. Throw us off a little bit for our numbers, their normal numbers, but we'll get lined up for tonight.
Starting lineup for tonight. We'll let Gavin read off the 5 I only have Tritons. I couldn't get a hold of Argoses in time, so I guess we'll get those when they start.
We have Taren Yates, Kinsey Atkins. I got confused with the numbers you have beside it. Whytnie Miller, Abbey Viers, Lexia Hostrawser.
So right there's a pretty good lineup. That backcourt of Yates and Kinsey Atkins is one to keep an eye on this season. I'm watching in Manchester. I was very impressed. I mean, there's a lot of speed, and they get it figured out. They're going to get that chemistry built between the two. It makes for some pretty explosive plays on the offensive end and the defense creating the offense. Going back as far as that, outside shooting, like you said, that's going to be a big key component going into tonight. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after the national anthem and, of course, the military appreciation recognition we'll have here before the ball game. We'll be right back here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the closing appearance for tonight's contest between the Argos Dragons and the Triton High School Lady Trojans. On behalf of the Triton community and the entire staff and student body of Triton Junior Senior High School, would like to welcome Argos as their guests at tonight's contest. At this time, tonight is Military Appreciation Night. Tonight we set aside to honor those who gave unselfishly of themselves to serve our country. At this time we ask that all who have served or are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces to please rise so that you may be appropriately honored with a round of applause. In defense of our country. Please welcome the band director of Triton High School, Mr. David Steele. Mr. Steele is a retired master sergeant serving 22 years in the United States Army. Please remain standing as he honors America with our national anthem. Now, let's meet our players for tonight's game. First, for our visitors, the Argos Lady Dragons. The non-starters, number 10, Sophie Bollenbacher. Number 22, Madi Vanderweele. Number 24, Carleigh Miller. Number 30, Jolie Groves. Number 30, and number 13,
Lafree, Kagnie Hoffman, Morgan Dunlap, Elizabeth Edmonds, and Macy Morris.
So there we go. So it's going to be Edmonds against Viers for the tip-off. We're going to get things underway here at the Trench. I'm Andrew Hare alongside Kenny Barnhart, Gavin Greer, and the Hall of Famer Ryan Lillers. He's down there running the camera for us. Official delivers the instructions. Ball's up. We're underway. Argos will control. And Dunlap comes up. On over. Hoffman has it, throws it all the way over back to Morris. Hoffman going to work it around or outside the perimeter, try to find that inside shot. Triton does really well with that zone defense. On over, going to have the shot there from Edmonds, no good. Rebound's going to go to Lafree, and we're going to get our first foul of the ball game.
Really good job by Lafree for positioning to get the offensive rebound off the missed shot from Edmonds.
First foul is going to be on Abbey Viers. That's her first personal, team's first of the ball game. Inbound's going to go to Lafree. She's going to put it up. It's going to be blocked by Viers.
This is a good block.
Right idea to get your hands up in time. Taren Yates is going to push the ball past the half-court line. She's going to get things set up. Quickly on over to Kinsey Atkins. Whytnie Miller now directing traffic. Kinsey Atkins set up from the top of the key. Nice seems being played there by Hoffman. Throws me off, change her number. Try to rotate everybody around a little bit. Yates drops down into Miller, who's going to go baseline. The floater's up, band, and in and out.
Good rebound by Viers.
Put up by Hostrawser off the front iron, no good. Rebound to Lafree. Lafree now is going to get on the baseline jumper, and it's in. There's our first points of the game, and it's going to belong to Emily Lafree. Nice assist there by Dunlap. Triton handling that pressure a lot better than they did on Friday night. Works up past the half-court line. Yates on over to Atkins. Thought about the three. Hoffman says nope. Miller now with the head fake. Kicks it back on top to Yates. She'll try the crossover dribble. Nice move there. Goes up the jumper off the glass. No good. Rebound's going to go. It's a fight for the basketball. Edmonds had it for the moment. The Hostrawser come in. We're going to get a jump ball. Triton keeps the basketball. I think it's the first time I ever had 4 people with headsets on.
Yeah, we never have been all together.
Yeah, it's been a little while. Hostrawser inbound to Yates. They'll play keep away. Hostrawser with a nice corner jumper. Rattles at the front iron. Right idea. A little
good
off
to
the
get her
mark.
open on the side. That's where she shoots best from.
Remember a season ago in that overtime thriller at these two at Argos as Miller intercepts the pass. 2-on-3 fast break. She'll go. Floated up in the middle. Puts it in.
Really good shot.
Whytnie Miller reopens the bank there after hours, and Triton's on the board. Remember, like I said, a season ago, an overtime thriller between these two teams. It was a Hostrawser three-pointer that forced overtime. Edmonds gets it on the left wing. Foul line to Hoffman. Kicks it on over. Morris is going to drive, and they're going to say Hostrawser's going to get her with the body. Looked like Morris might have led with that forearm. And Triton's going to pick up their second team foul.
Yeah, they don't need that this early in the game.
They didn't have any. The other night against Manchester, they didn't get in the bonus at all in that first half. I mean, they really controlled themselves on that defensive side. 3 for Lafree, nothing there. Didn't even touch the rim. Hostrawser pushes on up to Kinsey Atkins. Doesn't quite the number. She'll retreat. Pulls up 3 in transition. Back iron, no good. Rebound's going to go to Hoffman. Hoffman now past the half-court line. Argos is going to go to work. Kicks it on over Dunlap in the corner. Zone shifts to her. Hostrawser got a piece of it, and Yates takes it away.
Triton's doing a really good job on defense so far tonight.
Taren Yates' ball handling is really kind of helping him get that ball past the half-court line. Kinsey Atkins. Got to find that outside shooter. She's definitely one who can step up and make those threes. Whytnie Miller with the up fake. She's going to go baseline. Drops to Abbey Viers. Shots there. Look like Edmonds might have got a piece of it. Morris now past the half-court line. On over to Hoffman. She's on the left wing. Atkins is inching her way towards her. On top to Dunlap. She kicks it back on out. Hoffman's got it. Drops it down to Lafree. She'll go by the paint. Knocked away. Miller's got it. Triton has numbers on the fast break. Drops to Kinsey Atkins. Goes off her shin. And Triton turns it right back over.
Really smart thinking by Miller, though. If that pass would have worked, that could have been good points.
Just like I said, I mean, once these girls kind of get on the same page, they're going to be really dangerous. To lose by 8 to a John Glenn team, we're going to get a timeout. I believe it's Argos's. Argos will take the first timeout. Madi Vanderweele will be checking in after the timeout. But like I said, this is a team that can, once they kind of find their groove and once the season gets going, I think Triton's going to be a pretty tough team.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of things to build on. You see with the Good grief.
Down south, they need to get a little more action going on.
Somebody needs to play some defense. But like I said, this is a team that can really improve. They get that outside shooting going. This team can really start to put up some points. That was kind of a thing last year. They kind of had that scoring threat with Whytnie after she kind of went out. And Lexia is definitely a person who can get in there and score. And Alyxa Viers coming on, and Abbey Viers can also do some scoring in the paint. But Yates and Atkins are two that are the two wild cards I think can really step up and do some good. And with Emma Hepler coming off the bench, she can hit an outside shot too. And Bules, she can score as well. So there's a lot of things to build on. There's a lot of talent here on this team. Just got to get it all to come together. Morris will try a 3. Side iron, no good, a little too strong. Whytnie Miller with the rebound. Taren Yates now works herself out of pressure. Here she goes on the fast break, looking cross court to Kinsey Atkins. High pass. Atkins corrals it. Yates now is going to try the dribble drive. Nope, kicks it back out to Whytnie Miller. She'll try a deep 2 on the corner, puts it in. Whytnie Miller back on the board yet again.
Yep, scoring all her points.
Tipped away by Taren Yates. Hostrawser with the lead pass to Yates. She's going to try to take it herself on the fast break. Banks closed. Rebound Hoffman. Yates trying to get there a little aggressive on Hoffman and knock it away, and she'll draw her first foul. Coach Heckaman comes out there to kind of coach her real fast so get things figured out.
So, yeah, there's 3 fouls now here in this first quarter, so we're going to have to settle down or let them shoot free throws here at the second quarter.
On the same breath, though, I mean, the one thing you got to really appreciate, I mean, you got to love the intensity. You just got to be smart with the fouls, but I really like the intensity the girls are playing with. Dunlap drops it. Edmonds is going to go baseline. Throws it across to Morris. Morris kicks out to Hoffman. She's wide open on the right wing. Puts it up, puts it in. There's our first 3 ball of the night. Kagnie Hoffman gets that one to work. Triton had a hard time with the press a week ago. Kinsey Atkins up to Hostrawser. Up to Whytnie Miller. They really handled that pressure really good on that.
That's the best they've done all year against the press.
That was textbook. Kinsey Atkins now works herself around. Drops back to Yates, and Dunlap's going to get called for the foul. That's going to be their first personal. Atkins gets the inbound. 3:04 remaining here in the opening period. Triton trailing by 1 here at the trench. Yates tries to get rid of it. Has a nice move to get rid of it to Atkins. She tries to go to Whytnie Miller, who has to save it. But Vanderweele's going to come away with it. Vanderweele looking down court for something. She's going to pull back. Kicks it over to Hoffman. Morris, quick hitter to Dunlap with the up fake. She's going to go baseline. Kicks it back out. Vanderweele on top to Hoffman. She just hit a 3 a moment ago. A lot of ball movement being played by the Dragons. Atkins gets piece of it, but Yates takes it away. 2-on-2 fast break. Yates pulls back, tries a deep 2. Looks like she might have gotten, oh man. Looked like her forearm may have gotten hit on the shot. No call.
She even kind of held her hand a little bit coming back.
Well, her shot definitely was altered. It looked like her arm didn't quite go up all the way. Vanderweele now with the basketball, kicks on over to Morris. She's on the left wing, working back to up top the key. Hoffman now. Morris will try a 3 in the corner, too strong. Rebound's going to, looks like Edmonds, and it's a fight between Edmonds and Viers for it. And we're going to get a jump ball. It's going to belong to Argos. These two teams split the series a season ago. Triton beat them in the consolation game at LaVille in the Bi-County Classic tournament. 3 now for Dunlap. That one drops. Dunlap's on the board there. They're up by 4. Inlet pass to Yates. Dunlap got a piece of it. She's going to work herself back away. Vanderweele now with it. Goes to Edmonds. Dunlap alone for 3. She'll try from over there. Too strong. Rebound. Hostrawser had her hands on it. Was expecting some contact. Pulled back on the rebound. He'll stay here with Argos. It's been a quick quarter. Minute 38 now.
Been rolling right along.
Vanderweele. That's going to be the second personal foul on Taren Yates.
I had to wait on that one because they both kind of retched from each side to see which one he thought hit him first.
And that's going to bring in senior Jess Soriano. She'll come in, pretty good ball handler. Can definitely facilitate some offense. Inbound goes to Morris. Morris kicks it back on out to Vanderweele. Dunlap on the left wing. A lot of ball movement. Edmonds with the short jumper, not there. Rebound, Whytnie Miller. Minute 20 now in the first period. Back to Soriano. She's going to set up the play. On to Miller. Those tries are trying to find some position down there as Atkins tries a 3 and takes an unfriendly bounce, and it'll be a no good. Vanderweele now past the half-court line on the fast break. Slows things down. Waits for the play to set up. Goes to Dunlap. Edmonds now, they're going to go back and forth. Dunlap for 3, too strong. Rebound, Whytnie Miller again. Inside now, 50 seconds. Miller on the fast break. She passes everybody. Goes to Atkins. Transition 3 is up. Right look, right idea.
It's too short.
She's been a step in that would have dropped.
Yeah.
But I like the aggressiveness from 3 trying to find that shot. Another timeout for Argos. So Triton's defense forces one there. Well, since we got a couple different points of view, we'll start with the senior. What are you down there telling Coach Heckaman in that huddle?
They have to stay on their girl on defense. The Argos is doing a really good job at off-ball movement. They've been able to get their players onto the wings open for 3s. We just have to keep working on our defense. We're doing really good with steals so far. Probably 4 or 5 steals so far. Yates had, I want to say, 3 by herself. We just have to keep shooting. Our 3 ball's not going in. I look to try to get it in closer because we got height on Argos right now. Edmonds is their only tall person they have playing right now.
Very true.
That's
you, am I right?
That's their biggest thing on their offense. Seems like they're just a little unsettled. We're passing the ball a little bit, but we're just not getting a good shot set up to get somebody open to take that nice open shot.
And that was the thing last year, if you read the Times Union article, a really good article about Triton there before the first game against John Glenn. We had a hard time not being confident in the shot. We had a lot of inexperience last year on the varsity floor with losing some players, and then when Whytnie got hurt, it was kind of like, well, what do we do now? These girls, they can score. They're just going to have to put will that ball in the basket. They had the experience. They're just going to have to kind of come out on top and start fighting for it. Jaelyn Bules now checking in. We'll see if they can lift that lid. That was a good assessment, Gavin. I like that.
Thanks.
Hopping now on over to Edmonds. Works on over to Lafree. She's trying to get position on Atkins. Vanderweele now inside 15 seconds. Vanderweele wanted to go to Dunlap there, pulls it away, hands off to Hoffman. 8 seconds now. Works to Edmonds. Hostrawser shutting her off there. Fade away for Edmonds off the glass, no good. She gets her own rebound, goes up strong. The shot at the buzzer, no good. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. 8-4 is our score. Argos is out in front. Kenny, who we have for scoring?
We'll punch this over here, get our summary up. For Triton, Whytnie with the 4 points for pretty much as everybody for Triton side. And on Argos, Hoffman and Dunlap both have 3, and Lafree has 2.
Well, we got a foul on Bules, so that must have been at the end of the quarter, so she's going to get a couple shots here for Edmonds.
So that'll make a little difference here.
She'll miss the first.
She had really good hustle there to get her rebound, try to put it back up, and got the foul there.
Boy, she found it through there in speed, too, when she attacked that basket.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to let her reattempt that shot.
Yeah, the light was on the scoreboard.
Backboard.
All the lights are on the scoreboard.
Let's hope, anyhow. If not, everybody at home won't be able to see it. Edmonds reattempted that shot. No good. That's the end of the first period. So she can go to bed because poor kid can't seem to make it past 8 o'clock. Danny, here's your shout out. It's time for you to go to bed now. So she got her shout out. Now she can go to bed.
We have Triton 2-point shooting, or 2 for 9. So just got some shots they've attempted. Just got to get them to drop.
And that's the thing. I mean, I really like pulling up and transition that 3 with Kinsey. I mean, I think that'll work when you get to start dropping. That's where it's going to be tough. Kinsey's definitely has the talent to be able to do it. She's just got to get that shot honed in. And the shots she's taking, there's not like she's airballing them or they're like way off the mark. They're hitting in key places. It's like Lexia's shots. That deep 2 she shot, it went off the front iron and kind of rolled around a little bit. So it's not like they're throwing up bad shots or they're forcing their shots. They're really taking good quality looks. They're just not right on target.
Can't get them to just to roll right in.
And sometimes that first quarter, definitely being the first home game, it's hard for that lid to get lifted off the basket this early. But I think the second quarter, knowing Coach Heckaman, I got a feeling they're going to have a spark lit under them all for this quarter. We might see quite an array of points getting put on here in this quarter. I got a funny feeling. So out there for the Dragons, going to have Lafree, Edmonds, Vanderweele, Dunlap, and Hoffman. Bules, Miller, Soriano, Atkins, and Hostrawser rounding out the 5 for the Blue Swish. Atkins now working, wants to go to Hostrawser in the corner. Kicks it back on to the right wing. Trying to get someone freed up there. Finds Whytnie Miller. She'll retreat.
I think this is a good group to start the second quarter with. Bules and Soriano, I think that they're really good mid-range shooters. We could get scores put onto the board with them, then go back to trying to shoot from 3 with Atkins and Yates.
Very true, yeah, and that's one thing. Like I said, with the mid-range game between those two, they can score points, and they like to work up off the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Soriano, a pretty good ball handler too.
Yeah, especially
very quick.
When we have Yates in foul trouble, she's a good replacement for her because she's good on defense too.
Just going to have to control those turnovers to kind of get themselves back in it here. Edmonds drops it down over across, high pass to Hoffman. She'll work it on over to Edmonds, on over to Dunlap, quickly in the corner to Vanderweele. She'll go cross court. Miller almost had a piece of it. Hoffman loses it for a moment, regains possession. Nice defense by Whytnie Miller to force her back to the arc. That zone defense being played by Triton. They do a real good job rotating on that defensive end. Vanderweele goes. Back to Edmonds. Hoffman with it now. That offense is really working. Triton's going to have to force some here to get the ball back. Vanderweele in the corner. She's going to try a 3 now. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Lexia Hostrawser. And the ball's going to be knocked away by Dunlap, but it's going to still go back to Triton.
It's good hustle by Dunlap.
And senior Alyxa Viers is going to see her first minutes of this basketball season. Coming in for Hostrawser, she'll get a break.
Alyxa Viers.
And it's going to go out on Triton, and Argos regains possession. Morris now checking in. That's going to send Edmonds to the bench, so they're going to go with a little shorter lineup. Hoffman breaks it out. They'll go to work. 6:20 remaining here in the early goings of the second quarter.
Got a legal screen.
That's going to be on Madi Vanderweele on the illegal screen.
Wait, was it 22 or 40? No, they did say 22.
I kind of like the official. I can hear him through the headphones.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a PA system. That's one thing when you go to a professional game and they call it out for football, they need that more in high school.
Yeah.
At least I can understand what's going on somewhat.
So all those hand signals, and well, that's an obscure one I've never seen before.
Well, it's even worse when you try to do it during volleyball season and they do all their stuff, and it's like, well, in football, that's what that means. No, that's not what that means. So here comes the full court pressure now. Triton's done well with it here tonight. Had a couple miscues. Miller gets in the corner. Here comes a little bit of a trap. Bules with it now. Back to Atkins. Just dribble right at him.
Yep.
Bules now attacking. Finds Soriano. Soriano's got it. Had Alyxa Viers open for a minute, but she picks up her dribble. Goes to Atkins. Argos wanted a whistle there. No call. Whytnie Miller now on the left wing. Soriano working right. Back to Miller. She'll try that jab step. Not there. Back to Soriano up top. Goes to Kinsey Atkins on the right wing. Good head fake by Kinsey Atkins. Deep two. Good look. Too strong. Vanderweele lets it bounce out of bounds, and Argos regains possession. That was a good look.
It was.
And she really threw off that head fake. That was a really good head fake. Made the defender bite. Right idea. Dunlap now is going to go past the half-court line. Letting Vanderweele kind of roll around there. Macy Morris deep off the three-point line. On over to Hoffman. Going to work the ball around the perimeter here a little bit. Triton doing a good job rotating and shifting on that defense, but got to find a way to translate that to the offensive side. Hoffman now going against Soriano, tries to dribble out of trouble. Still working outside the three-point line, trying to work something inside. They find it there with Dunlap, kicks it out to Morris. She'll try the dribble and pull up. Jumper no good. Rebound Alyxa Viers. Finds Kinsey Atkins. She gets it quickly past the half-court line. Good job by her. Quickly down to Bules. Bules up and in.
Really good shot by Bules. Real good for Atkins to get over half court quick and find Bules down there low in the post.
Caught that defense napping because they took a little bit of too long to get that defense set up. And Bules doing what she does best, working around down there in the paint. And that short game really paid off there. Jaelyn's got enough speed. She can get down there ahead of the defense.
Yeah.
And really, that's one thing these girls are going to have to really kind of figure out with this different offense is how to move without the basketball. Huffman's going to try a corner three. All the way over top. The
Good
free shot
defense
is up,
by
not
Bules.
there. Goes.
Oh.
Viers tried to pass it over to Bules, but she wasn't quite seeing it. They're going to get a foul on the reach. That's going to be on Whytnie Miller. I believe that's a 17th foul. I should put Argos in the bonus. Ours is 6th. So that's 16 fouls. So one more than Argos is in the bonus the rest of the way.
Oh, I missed that one. Who fouled?
Interception, Kinsey Atkins on the fast break. Here comes the number. She's going to take it herself. Tries to go up and draw the foul. Not there. Edmonds goes up court to Hoffman. Whytnie Miller closing in a hurry. And Hoffman's got to adjust. Banks open for her. And Argos goes back up 4. Whytnie Miller now. Here comes the full court press. Try to trap her in the corner. Atkins has it, working to Bules. Bules cross court to Miller. Dangerous pass, but good, was on point. Miller with it now. Tries to dribble out of the double team. Whytnie Miller directing traffic with that senior leadership, that Swiss Army knife. She's a big asset to have on both ends of the floor. Kinsey Atkins, the smallest player on the floor, is going to get the reach from Edmonds. That's going to be the third team foul on the Dragons.
Atkins does a really good job at drawing fouls.
Soriano now to inbound. Trying to find somewhere to go. Wants to go to Viers in the post. She's got a lot of traffic. Viers tries to work up through the contact. Not there. Heckaman did not like that exchange. Edmonds now drops it down and tries to go down in the paint. Finds Morris. She'll give it back to Dunlap in the corner. She'll try to split the defenders. Double team in the corner. Goes to Edmonds. Edmonds back. And Hoffman's all the way alone on the left side. Nice job by Bules to close in and shut off the three. Vandermark now with it back on over to Huffman. Back on to Morris. Soriano on her. Hoffman trying to go there. Back to Vanderweele. Cross court to Morris. She's in the corner. Dunlap. They're going to work around the perimeter. They got trying to wear this team down, and Bules is going to get caught with the reach, and now Argos is down the bonus. So Edmonds to the line. I believe she missed the ones earlier, correct?
Yes, she has not scored any.
0 for 2 at the end of the corner of those free throw lines. First shot's up, it's in. Hostrawser and Viers checking in, and Bules and Alyxa Viers will come out. Hostrawser, got to believe she's going to get going here. She's definitely one to keep an eye on. And Abbey Viers really coming into her own as well. Shots off the mark. Hostrawser, nice job by pulling away from that one.
Substitution for Triton, number 24, Abbey Viers. Number 32, Lexia Hostrawser.
No. They need to get things figured out down there, southern part of the state. Kinsey Atkins now working on to Abbey Viers. A lot of miscommunication right now going on the offensive side. Coach Heckaman kind of let him work it out. Soriano on over to Hostrawser. They trail by 5. Wants to go to Soriano. Trying to get things set up. Goes to Hostrawser. She tries to go. Atkins will try a contested three. High off the glass, in and out. Golly, that lid's got to get lifted off some point. Vanderweele now works. She'll pull up. Back to Dunlap. She'll try a transition three. Sideline or side iron, no good. Whytnie Miller works it back to Hostrawser, and she loses the hot pass. And we're going to get a frustration foul.
That's a good defensive effort by Morris.
That's her second.
And that's going to send Morris to the line for the 1-on-1 opportunity. Drops that one there, and they go up now by 6. Alyxa Viers is going to come in, and Hostrawser is going to come take a break.
Substitution for Lady Trojans, number 44, Alyxa Viers.
Hostrawser is one of those players you want to keep in. She's definitely very athletic. We see what she can do in volleyball. In and out on the free throw from Morris. Viers quickly trapped, gets the ball away. Kinsey Atkins keeps alive. Atkins. Nice job to recognize her when I was going to go out on Viers. Whytnie Miller quickly past the half-court line. She's going to keep trying the penetration, not there at minute 45. Soriano with it. She's going to work back near side. Atkins now on the far right wing. Viers took her eye off a second. Took her eye off on for a second. Turnover's definitely the game, kind of the story here in this early going. Turnover and fouls. So Lafree checking in for Morris. So both Viers sisters out there with Whytnie Miller, Kinsey Atkins, and Jess Soriano. Dunlap, Hoffman, Vanderweele, Lafree, and Edmonds out there for the Dragons. Hoffman cross court to Vanderweele. She's going to try that wing three. Not there. Misses it. And Edmonds will dribble it out of bounds. And Triton regains possession. Triton just needs to settle down, look the pass in. Just go through the game plan, work the numbers. Edmonds trying to get a piece of it. Alyxa Viers trying to get, and they're going to get a jump ball. And Argos gets it back. Kinsey Atkins coming up a little slow on that one. Earlier in the ball game, Argos won that JV matchup. Edmonds gets the inbound shot up. Unfriendly bounce there for her, and Alyxa Viers gets the rebound. And we're going to get another jump ball, but Triton gets it this time. Argos definitely looking like the aggressor of the two here early on.
They're doing a really good job of intensity after defensive rebounds for Triton. They want to get that ball back every time.
Just need to control that emotion and work that ball past the half-court line. Edmonds gets a piece of it. They're shutting him off of the press now. Vanderweele, quick hitter on over to Hoffman. Here comes Dunlap, up off the glass, rolls in. 8-point lead now for the Dragons. Timeout, Triton. Coach Heckaman took a full timeout after that one.
Yeah, so after the first quarter being 4-8, and then here Argos has now outscored them in the second quarter 6-2 so far.
And that's one thing, looking at Triton, what they've done the last two games. I mean, they kept pace with John Glenn, and that's a tough team to keep pace with. We saw them in volleyball, how athletic they were. And then Manchester was a pretty speedy, athletic team too, and yet Triton found a way to be in those quarters. They're going to have to win the quarters the rest of the way out to have a chance at this. I mean, they definitely, size-wise, they have the size over Argos, I feel. I mean, Edmonds probably definitely the tallest player on for both teams. But they got the size. They just got to find a way to just look those passes in and let the frustration go and just play calm, play relaxed, go out there and play loose, and just have fun with it. Just don't try to force nothing. I mean, when the minute you start forcing stuff is when you really kind of start to backpedal and kind of lose yourself a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they got a little bit of that antsy, just kind of getting nowhere behind and trying to force everything that we can and just get back and relax and look at the big picture.
And especially for some of these girls, I mean, they had the experience from last year, and like I tell everybody, though it was kind of a rough last season for them, a lot of positives came out. You had a lot of underclassmen playing a lot of varsity minutes. That was huge, and that's going to translate to this year with some pretty good juniors and sophomores getting some action. So we'll see what they can do here now. 43.9, so we get a basket before halftime. Kinsey Atkins with it now. Here comes the pressure by Edmonds. Viers quickly on over to Jess Soriano. Up to Viers, goes off the hand. Dunlap got a piece of it. She gets it back now from Lafree. 32 seconds now. Hoffman's going to work left. On her to Vanderweele. Back to Edmonds. Triton had the right thing going there. Vanderweele on over. Dunlap. On to Hoffman. She'll drop the ball. Here she goes. On over to Vanderweele. 15 seconds. Argos holding for that final shot. Coach Dewar calling out the play. Dunlap cross court, finds Lafree. One bounce, it goes up, not there. Viers now with 5 seconds. Kinsey Atkins has got to push here. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Throw the ball up. And waits too long. It'll go up off the basket. No good. 14-6 is our score. Kenny will have the stats for you. I'm going to go pick them up from Tim.
What I've got unofficially for Argos, Hoffman and Dunlap both have 5. Lafree have 2. And Edmonds and Morris each have 1. For the Triton, Whytnie Miller having 4 and Bules having 2. So that rounds it out for the halftime.
So I'll go down and I'll get some stats from Tim. Like I said, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after halftime here on the Triton Trojans Sports Network. All right, welcome back, Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andy O'Hare alongside Kenny Barnhart, Gavin Greer, and the Hall of Famer Orion Miller for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. Triton trailing here 14-6 at halftime. Gavin, what did you kind of see there from that thing that you kind of want to see the girls build on according to kind of the stats we got from the guys down there?
Both teams need to work on ball control. Triton has 10 turnovers. Argos has 6. Both teams need to work on their shooting. Triton shooting 17.6% from the field. That's 3 for 17. Argos is shooting 23.8, 5 for 21. Both teams are real close in the rebound. Argos has 17, Triton has 16. Largest lead for Argos was 8 points. They're playing really well against Triton so far. I think in the second quarter, though, Triton was able to step up on their defense and shut down the spacing of the offense that Argos had. They weren't getting as many open shots. They were having to work on their shots more. Argos had a really good run, 12-2.
And that's one thing, when they went on that run in the second quarter, kind of hurt things up a little bit. But we'll see what Taren Yates has got to stay out of foul trouble. Lexia Hostrawser, keep eye on those two, both with 2 fouls apiece. They're going to have to control the fouls in this one and really can have that ball control, as both teams' starting 5s will be out there on the floor to get this second half underway, as Hoffman will inbound. She'll get over to Dunlap. Here we go. She'll work left. Looking for Morris, wasn't even looking for him, but Whytnie Miller takes it away. They got numbers on the fast break. Miller now pulls up for the jumper and rolls its way in. Went for the toilet cycle on the spin cycle on that one. Flushed it in.
Is that related to yellow flags in football?
You know what? I'm serious. I'm going to get Maytag to sponsor that, or somebody. Sears or somebody needs to sponsor that. Tide, Gain, whoever wants to, whoever. They clean the jersey commercials. They might as well just do the flags. All right, here we go. Hoffman now to Edmonds. She'll try the little jumper. Not there. Back on rebound, Whytnie Miller, but it'll go out of bounds. Lafree will knock it away. And here we go. Got to expect Argos to put on a full court press as Taren Yates gets her shoe tied there. Gets set. Now they'll go to work. Hostrawser trying to get Kinsey Atkins set back up. Trying to find a way through, and they're going to get a foul on Morris with the blocking foul. Both coaches kind of having words with each other. And she'll step over the round. Hoffman with it now. She'll go to work. Works left. Stops. Back to Dunlap on the right side. Goes over to Lafree in the corner. She'll pull it back, looking for Edmonds. Edmonds now tries to use that height, not there. Lafree will try a wing 3. Puts it in. There's the largest lead of the ball games. They now go up by 9. Hostrawser kicks it over to Atkins. She dribbles and loses the basketball. Took her eyes off the ball. And we're going to get a foul. Blocking foul on Triton.
Was that on Lexia?
Nope.
Number 2, it's going to be on Kinsey Atkins.
Kinsey? Oh. Can't tell who was there.
Be her first personal. Inbound, deep inbound in Morris to Dunlap. Down the corner to Hoffman. Hostrawser on her. She'll work it down to Edmonds on the end of that pass. She'll use that low block shot. Not there, but gets her own rebound. Puts it back up again. Not there. Rebound. She gets her own rebound. She'll try the hook shot, and it finally goes in. Third time's the charm there. And now they go up by 11.
Edmonds been doing a really great job down low, getting all the boards off of her misses, trying to put it back up.
And Vanderweele will check in for Morris, and she'll take a break. Trying to see if they can find an answer here on defense. Dunlap kicks him to Vanderweele. Working against the zone. Hoffman on top to Lafree. She'll kick it on her. Whytnie Miller got a piece of it. And it'll go out. Just the last thing on Dunlap. It'll hit. Miller got a piece of it. Dunlap tried to kind of keep it going. It went off of her. Now Triton will have an empty backcourt to work against. They just need to settle down, start communicating. Here comes a double team. Atkins will go and she'll get tripped up on the way through. It looks like to be on Hoffman.
Oh.
Oh, that'll be on Dunlap. So 2 quick team fouls on the Dragons. Hostrawser inbounds, goes to Atkins. Hoffman's closely behind. The pressure by Argos has been stifling enough to really throw off this Trojan offense. Atkins cross court over to Whytnie Miller. Trying to find that open, trying to get Viers freed up down low. Finds it to Yates. Kinsey Atkins, she's going to try a 3 on this side, not there. Off the mark. Whytnie Miller tries to fight for the rebound. Finds Taren Yates, low blocks, and one opportunity for Taren Yates. That might be the spark Triton needed to get back on track. Good effort by Whytnie Miller on the rebound. Foul's going to be on Vanderweele. And Emma Hepler is going to find her moments as Kinsey Atkins comes out of the ball game. Morris is also going to check back in. Coach Dan Dewar down there, calling out the plays, really standing kind of down there on his corner. And now Taren Yates will get ready to attempt this one. 5:31 remaining here in the third period. 19-10's our score. Taren Yates, Triton's first free throws of the ball game. Shots up and takes a friendly roll in. Triton now, perfect from the line. First one is in. It works. Trailing now by 8. Dunlap, Taren Yates. If we can keep her going, Taren's got very active hands on the defensive side. Emma Hepler steps in the way and takes it away. Triton doesn't have numbers, but she goes to Yates and smacked away by Hoffman. She shut it off. A good job by Emma Hepler to step in there and knock that one away and pick it on the our side.
That was probably one of those. She probably should have just kept the ball and did a little stutter step and just did a little bunny shot.
Yep. Emma got a little shaken up in that JV game. Yates with the crossover, goes to Hostrawser through her hands, and Miller there in the spot to back her up. Looked like an outfielder backing up an infielder. Back to Miller. She'll try that 3. Not their side iron. Rebound, Abbey Viers. Back to Miller. Yates will try a 3 now. Leans into it, and side iron, no good. Rebound, Edmonds. A couple pretty good looks from 3 for Triton. Argos with the lead, comes down there on side. Edmonds goes high off the glass, goes coast to coast with it. Whytnie Miller, here comes the pressure. Directing traffic. Whytnie Miller trying to find a place to go with it. Finds Hostrawser. She'll go up the middle, and it'll be taken away by Dunlap. She'll have the numbers. And Hostrawser get the block.
That's going to be her third, so she'll probably sit down for just a little bit so she make it through the game.
And Coach Heckman's going to call a timeout, see what he can do to get things figured out. So they take a timeout. The verbal support for our live broadcast and videos by the Triton community and our neighboring opponents has been tremendous. Each broadcast, our volunteer team strives to bring a quality show without long commercial or technical interruptions. That's why we work on it ahead of time. With the winter sports season now getting underway, we would like our viewers to know the ways they can support our broadcast and what it goes towards. While our team receives no monetary compensation for the countless hours of preparation and travel, it does take expensive equipment to bring you each game and spotlight. From live games to non-sporting events, and even going behind the X's and O's, the equipment used requires subscription fees, occasional upgrades, and replacement. Regular season sponsorships and donations go towards equipment upkeep and expansion. Postseason sports goes directly to the IHSAA in the form of broadcast right fees. If you believe in our mission and want it to continue, please consider making a contribution to the Triton Athletic Department earmarked for Triton Broadcasting. Your continued support is very much appreciated. I did it that time. I didn't stumble. That was the only one I was worried about. I stumbled somewhere else, but that's okay. It's hard to read off your phone because I didn't print it off.
IHSAA.
I don't know why I've always struggled with that.
Indiana High School Sports Athletic Association. Just say it that.
I might as well just say that
way. Who's that?
Oh, boy. Vanderweele gets the inbound, goes off the glass, not there. It's going to go off the hands of Abbey Viers.
It's a real good look to get down there and try to get the shot up.
Tried to catch Triton napping down there in that corner. And Bules will check in now for Abbey Viers. So try and go with a little bit smaller lineup. But with Alyxa Viers, she can do a lot of things in the post very well. She can rebound. There's a lot of things she does well in the low block. Shutting off Vanderweele, not giving her a chance there. Dunlap will dribble through the traffic. Goes up high off Edmonds. She'll try to go up off the glass. Trying to fight through a lot of traffic, and Taren Yates comes away with it. Yates trying to find someone to go to. Finds Whytnie Miller. Miller back to Yates. 4:23 now in the third quarter. Yates working it across. Hepler, Yates back over to Whytnie Miller. Alyxa Viers now getting fought with Dunlap. They'll get the jump ball. And they'll stay here with the blue switch. Then tonight in the Go Guard uniforms for Military Appreciation Night. I want to thank all those men and women who have served our country and currently serving our country. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this or even get to play basketball here on the hardwood. Hepler up on top to Whytnie Miller. Hands off to Yates. She'll try a three. Puts it in.
Really good shot.
Taren Yates with a nice look there. It's down 7 now to Argos.
Yeah, that gets it now. It's 1 for 8 for Triton shooting from 3.
Wow.
And Taren Yates with 6 points has helped too. She gets a piece of that and Viers comes away with it.
There.
Miller on the transition to Yates. She's got an open lane to the basket.
Look.
Puts it in.
Great shot.
Taren Yates has scored all 8 points in this second half. Triton now trails by 5. Dunlap now goes to work. Whytnie Miller gets a piece of it, and then she'll work over to Vanderweele on the near side. 3:35 remaining. Drops down to Dunlap. She'll work against Bules. Goes to Edmonds. She'll go up with ease. Not there. Rebound's going to be Taren Yates. She'll get around Vanderweele. Has that 1-2 step speed, and she shows it off there. On to Whytnie Miller on the left wing. Up top to Yates. She'll let things settle up. They'll work their offense. High past Emma Hepler, and she's got to keep it alive, but she'll step on the line. And Lafree will check in. Morris will come out. So Dan Dewar trying to throw a different look at him. That's better, not great. Hoffman now, she'll work on over to Vanderweele. Triton trailing by 5. Got to find a way to answer here big. Goes to Edmonds. She'll lose the basketball in traffic. Emma Hepler will come in and get her on the foul.
Yep, so that gets her first.
So Emma Hepler gets her first foul of the ball game. 3rd team foul. Both teams with 3 team fouls. Hoffman to inbound. Goes to Lafree. She'll try the dribble drive. Goes off their hand, and Triton comes with it. And Alyxa Viers fighting for it. Got to get rid of it. Finds Emma Hepler. Emma Hepler. Here comes Dunlap, and Dunlap will get her on the reach. And Emma Hepler hit the ground hard. Like I said earlier, she got shaken up. Hope she's okay. Got to admire Emma's toughness.
That's Dunlap's 3rd.
So Dunlap, a key player. 3 team fouls in that, or 3 individual fouls. 4th team foul now. Hepler brings the ball past the half-court line, goes on over to Taren Yates. Goes up. Miller not.
Good idea.
High. Had the play drawn up, just a little too tall. Right idea, though. Macy Morris will now check back in. And that's going to bring Lafree out. A little more height. Hoffman with they're going to get things set up. 2:14 remaining here in the 3rd period. Dunlap, cross court to Morris. Goes back to Dunlap. Tries to go down to Edmonds. She can't get position. Morris kept it from going out of bounds, but Taren Yates gets a paw on it, and she brings it back down. Goes up to Whytnie Miller, high pass. Miller can't corral it. That was the right idea. Good play by Taren Yates. That's the right thing. Just keep attacking like that. Right there, got that paw out there and knocked it back away. She's playing with a lot of that aggression. Yates can call them back into this. Vanderweele goes to Morris, goes back on top to Dunlap. She'll try an near side 3 off the front iron, no good. Goes to Vanderweele. She'll pick it up. Yates gets a paw on that one. Taren Yates on the fast break, 1-on-1 with Hoffman. She'll go back up strong off the glass. Banks open. Triton now down 3.
They're doing a really good job playing in transition, forcing turnovers and going back to the other end getting baskets.
The Triton faithful liking that. Vanderweele goes on over to Dunlap. Edmonds goes down to Morris, and she'll get it to work off the glass. They're now back up by 5. Whytnie Miller attacking the defense. Goes on over to Yates. Back to Miller. Nice idea there. Emma Hepler now. She got dribbled right into a 3. She had an open look. Pulls it back. Whytnie Miller directing traffic inside the final minute here of the third quarter. Triton trails by 5. Yates now to attack. She loses the basketball for a moment, regains. Dunlap sees it in a hurry and shove a free lane to the basket. Ball's up, it's in. Yates now to Miller, here we go. 30 seconds, gets trapped over on the sideline, got to get rid of it. Gives it to Miller, got to get it past the half-court line. Whytnie Miller's going to attack, and Dunlap comes in and attacks her, knocks her to the ground, and Dunlap's going to have another free lane to the basket, goes back up, misses that one. Taren Yates comes in to fight for the jump ball, and it'll belong with Argos. Oh.
Well, I think the bench down there had one way and the scoreboard had a different way.
Yeah. Dunlap's got it. Back on over to Hoffman. She'll try a deep corner 2, and it'll find its way in. They're now back up by 9. Quick run here. 6-point run for the Dragons. Make that 8-point run. They're now back up by double digits, and that's the end of the third quarter. 29-18 is our score. Argos is out in front.
So if we go into the third, of course, Kagnie with those couple quick points for Argos. Now that she's got 9 points, Dunlap 7. Lafree and Edmonds both have 5, and Morris has 3. Dunlap's the only one really foul trouble, is having 3 fouls. For Triton, Yates having 10, which of those I believe is all mostly in the second half. And then Whytnie having 6, Bules 2, and Hostrawser having 3 fouls. So it's the only thing that's foul trouble on the Trojans.
All right, so Gavin, you go into the fourth and final quarter here. You're trailing by 11. You're down there. The offense definitely came alive in that second. I mean, it would be a totally different game if the first half looked what we see here in the third quarter. What would you do to adjust things down there to kind of get ready for this fourth quarter?
They just have to play like they were when they were on that good run. They were playing fantastic defense, forcing turnovers, getting great transition points. They just have to not let Argos do what they just did and score 7 points in the last, 47 seconds.
Yeah, if you took out that last 40, 50 seconds of the third quarter, it'd be a whole,
by 5 or 3 points.
It'd been a whole different look going into this fourth quarter.
So now it's where your upperclassmen are going to step up big in this fourth quarter to give yourself a chance to claw back into this, trailing 11. Yates has it out there with Atkins, Miller, Hostrawser, and Viers. For the Blue Switch.
Got to do a better job at off-ball movement, getting their shooters open. And they have to work on getting their shots up. If they have a shot that they think they can take, they should take it. They've been passing out of open shots the whole game.
Nice job by Taren Yates to smack it back away. And they're going to get her on a foul, or someone's going to get on a foul. That was a good play by Taren Yates. And that's going to be on Vanderweele. That's going to be her third personal foul, team's 5th. Nice job by Taren Yates to come in there and slap that one away. Goes back to Miller. Hoffman had a chance at it. Those passes outside the perimeter, Argos is that's where they got those, like you said, those last 45 seconds. That's where they made most of their living off those. Yates with the bunny shot off the glass. Off the back iron, no good. And Atkins is going to fight for it. We're going to get a ball's going to go out on Morris. Stays here with Triton.
Atkins has done a really good job this year fighting through contact. She's the smallest player on the floor almost every game, but she doesn't play like she is. First game against Glenn, I think she led the team rebounds. I counted about 6 from the stands.
And Edmonds now gets called for the foul. And Kinsey Atkins, sometimes the smaller players usually the one you got to keep an eye on, and she definitely can fight through the contact and she gets that ball handling down just a little bit more. She's really going to develop.
They put that foul on Kagnie Hoffman.
Oh, it was me on Hoffman.
Must have been reaching around from the other side then.
Hostrawser for 3, side iron. Rebound Morris goes back to Hoffman. And now with 7:07 remaining, Argos will see their first attempt of this fourth quarter. 2-3 zone being played by the blue swish. Got to find a way to force that, use that defense, and continue to create offense. Taren Yates coming out to force Hoffman. Yates a very good defensive guard. Yates has really came alive here in this second half. Morris now with it.
Probably just going to have Argos just draw it out and waste a little time until something opens up like that.
And that's exactly right. Vanderweele has him. There's the lead, largest lead of the ball game. Atkins, nice pass up to Viers. And we're going to get a reach on Dunlap. That's going to be, timeout, excuse me. For Adam Heckaman, had a good inlet thing going. So Coach Heckaman down there. Kenny, what would you be telling the girls down there in the huddle?
Hey, they did have that little bit of run, that little spark they got going. So it don't take just a few plays, and you could get that big spark back again and get this ball game turned around. There's still time.
Gavin, defensively, what would you be doing to kind of adjust things down here defensively against Argos down here when they have the ball?
I'd take Triton out of the zone, put them into man, eliminate the space for them to do what they're just doing, just passing it, because they're just going to eat away the clock and not give us opportunity on the offensive end to score.
Unfortunately, my request for the shot clock to be put into high school has not came about yet. I'm pretty sure everybody's like, I'm not going to listen to that guy. So here we go. Hostrawser to inbound to Atkins. Here we go. Need a point on this possession. Miller now working it around. On to Taren Yates in the corner. Lafree closes in on her in a hurry. And Hostrawser's going to travel. And Dunlap will check back in. Vanderweele now coming through. This team looking very strong. Working against Hostrawser, kind of inching her way out. I think they might have heard you on the man defense there, Gavin. Forcing pressure, taking away that pass. Goes Lafree. She keeps a hold of it. Taren Yates knocks it away. Here we go. They got numbers on fast break. Goes up to Whytnie Miller. Whytnie Miller, one bounce, and it's up two. Kind of let herself, a little too much momentum.
How many steals does Yates have now?
I don't have that.
Dunlap's elbow jumper, no good. Edmonds on the rebound, and it's going to be a fight for the basketball. It's going to go out on Edmonds, and Triton gets the ball back.
Whole game, Edmonds has been playing really tough down low.
Definitely uses that height and that length. Got to find a way to force that ball up. Whytnie Miller's just going to attack the half-court line. Right idea there. Tries to go and dribbles away out of trouble. Dunlap about knocks it away. Kinsey Atkins over here to Taren Yates. Trying to find a way to open things up. Yates with it now. She'll work right. Stop, picks up her dribble. Fighting the team there. Going to get a reach on Argos. On Vanderweele, giving the reaction. That's going to be the 17th foul. That's going to send Taren Yates to the line. 4 personal fouls, I believe, on Vanderweele now.
Yes.
You know, I'll say it here again, since Kenny and I were talking about pregame. I watched a professional game, and I'm sorry, but I am shocked and appalled at how bad these NBA guys cannot hit their free throws.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid watching basketball, it was Shaq. Shaq couldn't hit free throws. That was the only guy.
Yeah.
But now it's nobody can hit a free throw. Even your best three-point shooters, who are usually your best free throw shooters, can't hit a free throw. Oh, it shocks me. Yates misses that one, though. And
Tie ball. Yep, tied it up, jump ball, and back to Argos.
Edmonds with it. See what they can do here. Hoffman. So we're near the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Triton's going to have to make something happen. Going to have to do it quick. On to Edmonds. Abbey Viers out there. So they're attacking. Morris goes to Hoffman. That's right. Hostrawser inching her way out there. Edmonds now down to Morris, who goes baseline. Loses it for a moment, goes up strong against Viers, and she'll get fouled on the way up. Now, see, I discussed those things with Jackson at home, but I'm not sure he quite understands. Poor kid still doesn't understand why Dad yells at the TV on Sundays. Morris's first free throw's up, and it's in. Extends that lead to 14. Morris's second shot tickles the twine there as they now go up by 15. 4:08 remaining in the ball game. Atkins now works it up, and Yates keeps it alive. Here she's going to attack, tries that little bunny jumper and finds it in. Now right here, I would bring them all back and just press the snot out of that basketball.
Yeah. That gets Yates up to 12 points. She just needs somebody else to join her.
And she could definitely be that source of offense. Kinsey Atkins almost came away with the steal there. Closed in a hurry. Once these two freshman and sophomore guards can get joined up, they're going to have a dangerous backcourt. Hoffman now working. Coach Dewar calling out the play. Here comes Dunlap. Finds the paint. Lafree with the jumper as she's all alone. She'll answer right back there. Now up 15 again.
They did a good job getting the D to sag off of her, get her open shot.
And that's what happens when you really work your offense. Hostrawser tries to keep it going, but she'll go out of bounds. Okay, good thing everybody's on the same page now, trying to get the timeout. So trailing 15, 3:09. They definitely can go on a run. They have the bodies. They just got to find that, like you said, that second option to go along with Yates to get things going. Of course, we'll be live here Friday night as South Central comes to play here at the Trojan Trench, second home game. And then the fireworks start on Saturday. We have a fun broadcast for you. It's the first ever time I've ever broadcasted a dodgeball tournament.
Won't be the whole thing, but we'll try to do the end.
We'll try
some of the end.
You never know. It could be a 30-second broadcast. So as you see the schedule there, Kenny's got to pull it up here.
Yeah, we got, of course, Argos tonight, South Central Friday, and then next Tuesday be Bremen here at home. So we got a 3-game stretch here at home, and then turn around next Thursday going to Plymouth, and then the next Saturday at Wall-with-Sea.
So girls getting started up. Boys are going to get started up as well next week. So they'll be getting going. Gavin won't be able to broadcast us with us for those games.
Yeah.
He might be next to us. We might throw a headset on him, depends on how it works out.
See if he can help me out with stats. Hey, you have to help me out with stats. I'll ask you questions.
We don't get stats on the iPad.
You don't get stats on the iPad? Oh, that's right. You guys just video. Never mind. Forget what I said.
We could try.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's what we got the guys down there to do it for us on the computer. They do a good job.
We have about 9 managers this year. One of us could get it.
Oh, there you go.
Nine managers.
9 managers?
Yeah, about 9. Might be 8.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you
scrimmage
a head manager?
I am.
You're the head manager, so you're the head honcho.
Mm-hmm.
So when everybody comes in there, Gavin's going to keep them in line with what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, we're going to have to do an interview with 9 managers. I'm going to have fun with this. That would be a fun interview.
But also, if something goes wrong, guess who gets blamed?
We blamed on Zach Tucker.
Oh, my. Got to always have a scapegoat. Edmonds now at the basketball. She'll go to work. Works it down low into Vanderweele in the paint. She goes up off the glass and finds the bank open. Largest lead now is 17. Yates is just going to attack the defense, try to work her way through. On up to Soriano. Nice movement there. Kinsey Atkins is going to attack in the paint. Goes to Hostrawser. She's going to say she traveled. Kind of hopped a little bit when she went to kind of shift to go inside. Oh, boy. Of course, JV losing earlier tonight, 24-19. Earlier contest. As we hit the final 2 minutes here remaining in the ball game. Argos up 17. Edmonds now goes to work. Just drain the clock now. Soriano's going to kind of inch out and try to force some action. This point, keep away at this point. Dunlap drives to Edmonds. They can keep doing this the rest of the way out, wait for something to open up. She'll throw it away. And Taren Yates prevents her from keeping away from Vanderweele, have a chance at it. Nice move by Taren Yates. Here we go. Atkins to Miller. Up to Hostrawser. Goes to Yates. Nice pass there by Hostrawser. Yates goes up there. There's a first miss by her tonight. Or a rare miss, I guess. Hoffman now goes to work near the final minute of the ball game. Edmonds drives, finds Dunlap. Am I doing interviews tonight?
I'll leave that up to you.
Edmonds got it too.
Oh, we'll see what Adam wants to do. Hostrawser now will go to work. Probably on Lafree, used a little bit too much of the body there on the foul.
That's her first. That gets 8 on Argos.
Hostrawser find her way to the free throw line.
She has not been up there tonight. She has not had a great night at shooting.
It's been a tough night. I mean, it's been a tough night all around, I think, for everybody. But like I said, there's a lot of positives to take away from this game. The defense to turn things into offense. I mean, they did a real good job stealing the basketball. Just couldn't quite lift the lid off there tonight. And then throws it on over to Dunlap. 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Vanderweele goes, and Morris will get the and one opportunity. As they now go up 21, a chance to go up 22 as Morris was perfect from the line her last trip. Gavin, if we do interviews, I think I'm going to let you ask questions or a couple questions here and there.
Okay.
Be good for you. Morris's shot is up, and it finds its way to the bottom of the net as they now lead 22. Whytnie Miller to inbound, finds Atkins.
Morris has had a really good game. She didn't really do anything offensively in the first half, but you could tell that she had a big impact on the game. She's a silent contributor.
Hostrawser attacks the basket,
There
banks
she
open.
finally gets something for her.
And as we end near the end of the ball game, 42-22 is going to be our final score. Kenny will read off points.
So for Argos, Kagnie led them away. Hoffman led them with 9 points. Macy Morris had 8. Emily Lafree 7. Dunlap with 7. Edmonds with 7. And Vanderweele with 4. For the Trojans, Yates led the way with 12. Miller with 6. Bules with 2. And Hostrawser with 2.
So there's our scoring. Like I said, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go down and see if anybody wants to do interviews tonight. If not, we'll be right back here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.